Okay, so I didn't completely blow it, but I did buy this. I paid a total of $629.87, and to be completely honest with you, I absolutely love it and think it was worth every penny. You see, I knew I wanted a fireplace the day I put an offer on this house. Before we installed the fireplace, it was just a bare wall with some outlets, and it was very uninspiring. You could tell something was missing. When I finally found the fireplace that I had been looking for, I knew it was time to finally take the plunge. But more on this later. Let's get into my budgeting fail and my no by year update. About 2 months ago, I made a video where I reviewed my January budget. This was my very first time budgeting, and I think I did a fairly decent job at it. However, after this, I found myself just neglecting the budgeting process altogether. I just couldn't seem to forecast exactly what types of expenses I'd have in the month ahead. So my budgeting became inaccurate and therefore invalid. This monthly budgeting style just wasn't working for me, and I completely gave up. So for this whole week, starting today, I'm going to keep track of everything I spend money on. Once I have this data, I will analyze it and try a weekly budgeting style. So if that's something you'd like to see, be sure to subscribe so you can see that video next week. Now onto the no by year update. Do you remember my very first video where I laid out 21 things that I would not buy in 2021? Well, I think I've done a pretty good job with sticking to that list. We haven't bought most of those items. However, we did buy some. Coffee, clothes, and a new book. Let me explain. Here's the coffee situation. Last month we traveled a little bit for my husband's birthday. He loves coffee, so I said, you know what? Download the Starbucks app, you can get a free coffee on your birthday. So he downloaded the app, everything was good. Then his birthday rolls around and there's no reward. So I looked into it, and it turns out you have to make 1 star earning purchase before you can get your birthday reward. Obviously he hadn't done this. So we compromised, and I said, you know what, we'll just go to Dunkin' Donuts for your birthday coffee. And he prefers Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks anyways, so it worked out for us in the end. His birthday coffee cost $3.24, and this is the only coffee we've bought from a coffee shop all year. Not for the clothes. I found what I thought was a really good deal on bralettes. It was 2 for $10, and no, I didn't need 2, but one was $8, so I thought I'll just spend the extra 2 and use both. Technically, I didn't even need 1, but my nice bra is falling apart, and I didn't want to shell out $40 for another one. This will hold me over until I want to buy a new one. Anyway, I ended up using Rakuten to get a tiny discount on top of that, and with tax and discount, the total was $10.60. And finally, I bought a brand new book. I talked about this book in my previous video. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a hardcover book, and it was $8.01 out of pocket because I had a $3.97 gift card from Amazon for some reason. Anyway, I have completely read through this book, and I plan to read it over and over again because it's incredibly insightful. And I think that I can really get a lot of value out of it from reading it multiple times and executing multiple times. But I haven't bought any books from Goodwill since January, and this kind of justified this purchase in my mind. Now these 3 things came to a total of $21.85. This doesn't sound so bad, but if we add in the fireplace, our total becomes $651.72, and honestly that makes me want to puke. But now that I've told you about my blunders, do you think I should have some type of punishment for spending money during my no by year? Or do you think I should just use it as a lesson and move on? I think once I begin to budget weekly, it'll help me to stay on track and keep my goals in the front of my mind. So please let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Thank you for watching and for being with me through this challenging and rewarding journey. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!